Hey guys, Nike here. I want to do a really quick video, super quick. One thing I see a lot is people saying that they can't hit the benchmarks and they don't know what they're doing wrong, and oftentimes they're doing a ton of things wrong. So I want to give you sort of the baseline of what you need to have to compare yourself to the Snow Crow's numbers. So you want boons, vigor, swiftness, regen, quickness, alacrity, fury, and might. If you have those boons, you're fine. Yes, you could have protection. It doesn't really matter. These are the boons that you have. If you have more boons than these, you might not be getting a realistic number. If you have less boons than these, you're going to wonder why you're not able to hit the benchmark. Just make sure you have these boons. Then, as far as buffs go, we want Spotter, Sun Spirit, Frost Spirit, Banner of Strength, Banner of Discipline, and Empowered Allies. Empowered Allies, you might ask why that's part of the benchmark. No one uses that trait in raids. You're correct. However, Empower Allies is sort of like a legacy thing that's on here, because back in the older days, it was a part of the raid meta, and you saw it in every build. And in order to make the old benchmarks comparable to the new benchmarks so that we can see changes over long periods of time, we still use Empower Allies in the benchmarking. So you want to make sure you have that. That can be quite a lot of DPS missing in a power build, so you want to make sure that you have that, or else you're going to be wondering why you're missing, 4% or so DPS compared to the benchmarks. Then as far as food goes, you want to make sure that you have level 80 best in slot food for your build, and you want to have level 80 sharpening stones best in slot for your build. If you don't use any food or either food, you're not going to have comparable numbers of Snow Crow's benchmarks. It is vitally important, if you're actually trying to compare yourself to those benchmarks, that you have them. If you choose not to use food, you're never going to hit the numbers, and you shouldn't complain about not being able to hit the numbers then. Yes, the food is expensive and you only get it for a half hour, whatever, just do it, or don't use the food and then don't worry about the numbers and just worry about coming close. Whatever, your choice. But if you care about actually hitting the numbers and you're going to whisper me in game or some other player in game about, hey, I can't hit the numbers, and you don't use food, I have no words for you. Then the last thing that's most important to do is to have a large golem with average 4 million HP in every condition. The most important condition is vulnerability, but every condition just makes it easy. One caveat to that: there are certain builds that have traits that say you get % more damage or % more crit chance for every condition the boss has. If you are playing a build with a trait like that, you have to be careful about which conditions you put, and you have to select them individually, because unfortunately they will give you unrealistic numbers. That's a very small minority. Most builds are not like that. But suffice to say, just putting every condition on there is good. Most importantly, 25 vuln, because if you don't have 25 vuln, you will not come anywhere near the damage of most builds. And the reason why we go with the medium or large size golem is so that you don't get screwed over by AoE RNG. That's not applicable to every build. Some builds don't have AoEs that have random patterns to them, but the ones that do will give you very, very, very inconsistent DPS numbers if you do use them on a small hitbox. So therefore, we use the larger size hitbox just to completely rule out any of that RNG. But if you use the very largest hitbox, it will give you sort of unrealistic numbers. That's why you often see on Snow Crow's website or other benchmarks, they'll do a large hitbox DPS number, and then they'll do a small hitbox DPS number. But for the average player, just go with the medium size hitbox, and you're good to go. So anyway, guys, that's it. Short video. I just wanted to go over the buffs that you are expected to use. If you want to compare yourself one-to-one to the Snow Crows or DT or whoever is out there that's doing benchmarks, guides, and their results. So anyway, that's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. If this was helpful, leave me a comment below. If you did not find it helpful, please don't leave me any negative comments. Anyway, thank you. Have a great day. Bye.